Hello everybody, welcome back, and finally here we are. The thing is that I didn't plan to go live during the day, mainly because most of the time I face the network issue. So finally here we are in the evening. Hopefully we will not be facing the network issues at all, and let's simply start working on the things. First of all, the goal is gonna be achieving the goal. Okay, pretty simple. Whatever we are planning, we will try our level best to just simply get all the things done, and then let's see how it's gonna be going on. Most probably today I will be here till 12 or something, not continuously, of course. In between there's gonna be gap and all, but have time till 12. So from 6 to 12, at least for 5 hours, I'm gonna be live in the evening. But let's see what's gonna be happening. What are we gonna be doing? Pretty simple thing, whatever we were working on yesterday, earlier, even yesterday. What we are gonna be working on the same thing. I want to get this project done, and then I want to introduce Kubernetes in this project as well. So Kubernetes, yeah. So let's see exactly what's gonna be happening. Whatever I think, that's it's just gonna be opposite, but never mind. Add meeting history. This was already done. Let's simply check how it works and all. There was one more feature that was remaining. Crazy thing, I didn't go live in the morning just because of this network problem, and hopefully I will not be facing that. If I face that, that's gonna be terrible. Okay, let's go ahead, and let me spin up, open eraser as well here, and let's plan out the things exactly what all we are gonna be working on. Untitled, hopefully it's gonna be fine soon. Coming back to this one, so we worked on this reload option. It worked. Leave option, this also worked. Leave end meeting. So we have to work on this particular functionality so that host should actually be able to just simply end the meeting. For that thing, of course, we need to have a button as well. So as for the network one, hopefully it's gonna be well soon. As the sun sets, the network connectivity is gonna be stronger. Process status. As for this network, can't really do anything. I thought it would be great in the evening, but well, it's just like earlier. And I think within an hour, half an hour or something, it should be back on track. But let's see. We are using MongoDB over here, so I'm gonna be just simply starting that. So docker start MongoDB. Once it has started, then I will start let's run turbo dev, and it should be just simply starting that. Simple, should not be facing the issues at all. And coming back to this one, let's simply reload the page. This expiration never happens. Probably I haven't configured it well, because if I click on sign in, I will automatically be logged in. So it simply means it hardly expires, or yeah, it expires I think in 7 days or something. So that is why we never have to log in again. Let's simply click on new meeting. And this was the issue that we were facing yesterday, and that is sent ask to connect. This was the message that was sent. This was the event that was sent ask to connect. And then promise not result, could not start the video source and all. That's okay, fine. Once I sent this particular, this was the same bug we were facing yesterday. Oh, why is that happening? WebSocket connection got established. I'm even getting this particular message that sent ask to connect, but it turns out because of this error, it is not able to process this. If I reload the page, it sort of works. So why it didn't work in the first go? It was still in this way. We should have a demo camera here. Reload the page, and Vipin Singh Patel joined the meeting. That's right, here we are. And if I check this thing out, participant, this is how it's gonna be looking like. By the way, it works quite well. What is the next thing? The next thing is that if you are the host, because of course I'm the host over here, so I should be getting few options over here, like one is cancel, of course, second leave, and third one should be end the meeting, and that end the meeting option should only be visible for the host. So what do we have to do here? This is the feature that we have to work on, end meeting, and of course we have to write the logic for that as well. So whenever you click on the end meeting, app meeting id page.tsx. Well, that's quite a lot, but ultimately what we are gonna be focusing on, we are gonna be focusing on the end meeting model that we have. So whenever we are ending the meeting, at the time leave meeting, and probably one more should be here. That's gonna be the that's fine. End meeting handle, this should actually be handle leave meeting anyway. So control D wherever I have this, handle leave meeting. So this is mainly for that. And lastly I have one more, that's gonna be handle end meeting. So handle end meeting, I have one that hasn't been created yet, so let me create that too. So const handle end meeting, this will mainly be used for ending the meeting. So this is how we are gonna be going ahead. Again, there is no time limit, we'll keep working on this at least for 3 hours, and then we are gonna be taking a break, and then after that I'm gonna be going live. So ultimately in the evening, if network support, I mean, is right, even if it is not right, doesn't really matter, it will just simply keep going on. So we'll just do our level best and just get it done. So handle meeting, this is already done. Network issue out, like why am I facing the network issue in the evening? Sometimes I face it, sometimes I don't. C components, and probably I need to go to the templates components. I'm already here. This is not what I want. How to use? Ultimately I have to go to the color section, and in here there should be some kind of red color error content, if we actually want to leave something. So let me see how it's gonna be looking like. So when it comes to button error content, one more thing, try to fix this network related issue. It just simply keeps dropping, the network keeps. Alrighty then, welcome back. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. I have done whatever I could do. Okay, and now not more than this. So if it goes well, that's fine. If it doesn't go well, so can't really do anything. Coming back to this one, handle meeting, whenever I click on this, how is it gonna be looking like? This looks like this. And that is sort of not bad actually. I mean, there is just some kind of border it has. So what is the style by default here? Button secondary. Shouldn't I be getting the never mind. So ultimately border is gonna be red 500. Yeah, it does look like that. So that's what I wanted. So this is already clear, and now let's work on the logic part. So when the host clicks on the meeting, first of all, this particular button should be visible only for the host. So in that case, what do I have to do? Class name is already here. I'm gonna be hiding it conditionally. So let me cut it from here. Just a minute, give me a moment. Just a minute, everybody. Maybe 2 minutes. As for this network issue, can't really do anything. I don't even think it's worth going live. I'd better just simply work on the things without going live, because most of the time I face the network issue. So it doesn't really make any sense. By the way, coming back to this one, I'm gonna be importing CN, and once I have it, so let me paste the whole design that I had initially, and then I will have one style conditionally over here, and that's gonna be if current participant dot is host, if that's equals to true. In that case, I'm gonna be just hidden if that is not the host. So if it is not true, that simply means if current participant is not the host, at that time it's gonna be hidden, and let's see how it goes. So right now it's gonna be visible over here, and if other participant tries to join the meeting, so new incognito mode, let me keep it here. Mostly in the evening the network is good. I hope soon it's gonna be fine, and that is why I just plan to just go live in the evening instead of going in the morning or during the day. So I was just simply focusing on covering the stuff, but let's see how it's gonna be going on. So Raj @gmail.com, PAWS1234. Let's simply sign in and join the meeting. Send a request to join the meeting. Allow. Of course, I'll have to allow from here. Both of them are in the meeting. Well, joining related issues, we have already figured them out. We have gone through everything. The thing that we have to focus on right now, that is first of all, I hope it's working here. So if the person who joined the meeting, if that clicks on the meeting, so I'm getting all these two options, cancel and leave. But if the other participant, the host, if host clicks on that, so I'm gonna be getting these three options: cancel, leave, and end the common. Can't really do anything. Let it be going on as this is going on. I'll think of something like how I can actually resolve this. And it should have some payload. Does it need to have some payload over here? Yeah, I'm gonna be sending the current payload will have host, and host will be current participant, or yeah, I'm gonna be sending the current participant payload as host over here. If or just participant, that would even be better. Participant, I'm gonna be sending the participant. If the participant is actually the host, then of course I'm gonna be what? And I just don't get informed. Could it be that I'm using Wi-Fi for this? Probably. Let me turn it off and see what happens. So I have actually turned off the Wi-Fi. Only Ethernet connection is connected right now. Hopefully it's gonna be fine, but let's see. I'm not gonna be notified anyway, or let me be notified for some time. Yeah. So this thing is done. On the backend side, what do we have to do? WebSocket server, source server.ts, handle normal server process. Here we are gonna be getting a message. Well, this is too much. Handle normal server process. There's gonna be one more event over here, and that's one more case here, switch case. That's gonna be types.end meeting. If this is the type, then I'm gonna be creating one more function, handle end meeting, and this will just simply do the job, and I'm gonna be breaking everything from here. By the way, for this thing I need to create this function, so export function handle end meeting, and once we have this, I'm gonna be getting the just a minute, give me a moment. Ignore the noise around me, because yeah, there is some. And coming back to this one, import this, and data.payload is something that I'm gonna be sending from here. At the end of the day, I'm gonna be getting the payload here. In the payload, I'm gonna be getting the participant. The type of that participant is gonna be what? The type of that participant. Should we create a that type of participant is gonna be nothing but the participant. So the payload, this, yeah, that's right, participant, and that's gonna be this. So it's gonna be quite simple. I'm getting this participant. Once I got the participant, I have to check first of all if because whenever I'm ending the meeting, so the participant dot is host. If that is not the host is not trying to end the meeting, in that case, let's simply return from here. So this is the only thing that I'm gonna be doing. If that is the host, in that case I have to end the meeting from here. Ending the meeting in the sense what? Ending the meeting means, so first of all remove all the connections. First of all, this removing all the connections, well, that's bad, but sort of remove all the connections. So whichever connections we have on the server side, ultimately connections uh, is nothing but an object, right? That's right. So connection is nothing but an object that has the keys as IDs and the values as connections. So I can easily find the ID of all the people, then I can find the connections and I can remove them. Yeah, that can be done. And then remove the meeting or delete the meeting, call it anything. And once this is done, so once I have actually done this, so it is gonna be removed. Probably I need to inform everybody that meeting is ended and then remove the data. So what I'm actually gonna do, before even doing that, I have to inform others about the host ending the meeting, just like this, and redirect them to the dashboard page, just like this. So they are gonna be redirected to the dashboard page, and then remove all the connections and all, and just get it done. And lastly, even host needs to be informed, so that host can also be redirected. That is right. So we have to just simply inform everybody. Fine, let's work on this particular functionality. So what do I have to do whenever ending the meeting? Yeah, they should be redirected to the home page. So inform others about the host ending the meeting. So I already have the host over here. Host will have the meeting ID. So const meeting ID, that's gonna be equals to host dot participant dot meeting ID. Once I got the meeting ID, const meeting is gonna be equals to meetings and meeting ID, just like this. So this way I'm gonna be finding my meeting. First of all, once I got the meeting, then I have to know about all the participants including the host, and I have to inform everybody. So meeting dot participants dot, I'm gonna be using a for each loop. I'm gonna be getting the party already participant. I hope this will not be problematic. The same name is being used here, but this is the block level, so it should be fine. So I'm gonna be getting the participant. By the way, I can even make it P. So I'm gonna be getting the participant like this. And once I got the participant, after that, what do I have to do? I got the participants. Then that simply means I'm gonna be getting the ID. So const participant ID. That's gonna be p.id. So I got the participant ID. Once I got the participant ID, that simply means okay, I have the participant ID. That simply means I can get the connection. And once I got the connection, I have to inform that participant. So const WebSocket is gonna be equals to connections and participant ID, just like this. Once I got the connection, const message label, that's gonna be labels dot normal process data. What is gonna be the type of this? Type is gonna be types dot end meeting and payload payload, that's gonna be no payload as such. The simple message is going to be like host has ended the meeting and all, nothing else. Yeah, this is how it should be going on. Ultimately, I'm not gonna be sending any payload with this as such, or payload is gonna be null. So payload is actually gonna be null, just like this, because this is the overall structure that we are following. So let's go with this. Once we have this, so WebSocket.send, and I'm gonna be sending JSON.stringify this message to the that particular user. So ultimately I'm gonna be looping through it all, and when I'm actually looping through it, so ultimately here, just a minute, give me a moment. Place I am and the wire that I'm using, that is causing the issue, but okay, never mind. Coming back to this one, I will fix this. I'll make sure that something or the other does happen, and for that thing, let's see how it's gonna be going on. Because if I use just Wi-Fi, then what will happen? Let's see. Right now Wi-Fi is on. Right now Wi-Fi is on. Mobile is not near. Mm, let's see. It seems to be quite okay at least right now. Hopefully it will not get disconnected. If it doesn't, that simply means wire is the problem. And if it does get disconnected, then network is the problem. Coming back to this one, we have informed everybody. Once this is done, then what do we have to do? Inform others, that is already done. Remove all the connections, remove the meeting. So this is what we have to focus on. So can't we do it like this? Once we have informed, then let me remove the connection. So removing the connection in the sense of WebSocket connection will be disconnected, and even when we are just simply removing the connection doesn't mean WebSocket connection has been disconnected, right? Yeah. So either WebSocket.stop, how many things, close, call this over here, and WebSocket is possibly undefined, so we'll have to make sure that it does exist. If not, WebSocket in that case simply return from here, and in the remaining case I'm not really gonna be using this. As for expression is WebSocket dot is this gonna be used or disclose? Probably, because if I use disclose, yeah, that's right, so I'm gonna be using this one. So ultimately it should be closing. So what I'm doing, I'm not even I'm definitely informing them. So what I think, I don't even need to inform them. As soon as that particular WebSocket connection is closed, I have to just simply let them know that the user has removed everybody or ended the meeting. So let me see, let me just simply comment it for a while, probably this much, and whenever I'm just simply closing this, and after closing, what do I have to do? WebSocket connection got closed, and after that I have to remove them from here. So I already have the participant ID. So at the end of the day, what I have to do, connections or delete connections and participant ID, just like this. So that particular connection is gonna be deleted from the database side, server side, and lastly I have to delete the meeting. So let's see, delete meeting and meeting ID, just like this, and hopefully this is gonna be working fine. Oh my god, it turns out that the wire was the problem. My Wi-Fi works better than the wire. Wow, insane, literally insane. Never mind. The thing is that I'm literally using a really long wire, so the internet drops, and because of that thing, don't I get the internet, but it keeps dropping now and then, and because of that thing, I've been just simply facing the issue. Now I'm using the Wi-Fi, there is no dropping and all, so it works great. Alrighty, so this is the logic that we have. I'm not informing others, because as soon as the WebSocket connection is closed, everybody will be informed automatically, and once they are informed, then we have to just simply do the remaining stuff. This is what I think should ideally happen, but let's see. And once they are actually informed, a log message should be if I go to lib here, inside the lib I have signaling.ts. Inside signaling.ts I have on close. So WebSocket connection closed. So this should get triggered. Save end meeting history. So whenever it gets closed, I'm just simply saving the meeting history and all. And that is sort of right. So I need to save it here. Let's see whether it works or not. WebSocket connection closed. This should be triggered as soon as the host ends the meeting. So here I'm already in the meeting. Oh, well, that's great. We've changed a lot of things in the backend side. So let me just simply restart this. And for this particular thing, we'll be just simply going ahead like this. Reload the page, both of them. Who is the host? Who is the user? Let's see. Okay, Vipendra is the host over here. No, sorry. Who is this user? Vipen Singh Badal. Okay. Join the meeting. This person wants to join the meeting, so I'll have to just simply send a request. This is done. Once this is done, if host ends the meeting, so ultimately this person is the host. If host ends the meeting, I have the option of ending, and I don't have the option of ending over here. This is fine. If the meeting actually get ended, then I should be getting the event over here. So let's see. End the meeting. WebSocket connection closed, and I'm not redirecting anybody. That's another case. But yeah, WebSocket connection is definitely getting closed. That's great. So let's simply cancel this and work on the logic. So this is done. WebSocket connection got closed. I'm not informing anybody. So how am I gonna be redirecting the user now? This is sort of the server side, probably the function. So I should be able to use redirect. I cannot use redirect over here for sure. Sorry, use router here, because of course this is not a component. But there are two ways here. First of all, that I'm gonna be changing the state. On the basis of that thing, I will trigger a use effect. That use effect will be responsible for redirecting the user. The second thing is redirect from next navigation. Can I use it directly here? Dashboard. Will it work? Yet to be seen, but let's see. We are just simply saving the meeting info and all. And at the end, we are redirecting. Just a minute, give me a moment. Alrighty, then let's continue. And what do we have to do? We have to just simply end the meeting, right? So before even that, we'll have to reload the page and turbo them and chats fetched successfully. Asked to connect. That's fine. Ask to connect. This is the host, right? I should be having a message here for allowing. Maybe this user is not joining the meeting yet. Let me allow. Once allowed, they are in the meeting. And if host ends the meeting, then what will happen? So let me click on this. Click on end. Both of them are redirected to the home page. So yeah, it is working fine. Great. What is the next thing? The next thing is that I haven't checked this option yet for a long time. Whenever a user joins, meeting history should be maintained. So if I go to the local MongoDB, I think I'm using the local one, Google Meet. When it comes to the meeting history, well, I have quite a lot of meeting histories that haven't been deleted. So let me delete everything from here. 180 entries and all. That's actually really bad, but never mind. So this particular thing is done, and let me refresh the page. This is done. Similarly, even one thing that I have been missing, that is this in my environment variable, I have some keys over here, but they are not valid ones. So the key that I have, this AWS key, this is wrong now. This access secret key, this is also not valid because I removed them, kind of deactivated them. and because of that thing they are not valid. So I'll have to just simply log into my AWS here. I will be talking about AWS quite a lot in detail today. Not quite in detail, but the basic things exactly what all you need to configure on AWS, but that's not gonna be happening right now. On my AWS, I have two users. I have the root user as well. I have IAM user as well. I have configured both of them. I'm gonna be using IAM user here. And what is the alias for it? That was, I think, unstoppable the coder. That was the alias. Let's simply click on this next. And unstoppable the coder. What was the username? Username was unstoppable the coder. This one. Password. Let me see if I do it right. Enter MFA code. It does ask for that. Yeah. I don't have my mobile nearby. I thought it would not ask for that, but it is asking for that. So enter, cancel. I can't even log in right now. That's crazy. Okay, I will be taking a break right now. Not right now, after getting few things done, and I will be just simply getting my mobile to log in all here, because without the MFA code it's not really gonna be possible. As for right now, let these things be here. Only the chat will not work properly because images are not gonna be saved in the DB. That's fine. What is the next thing that we have to work on? We will be working on this part whenever the right time comes. Of course, today itself. Close everything. Coming back to this particular part, app, meeting ID. And what is the next thing that I have to focus on? The next thing is that saving the meeting history. So I have to make sure that meeting history is getting saved, and then I have to render that, of course. So for that thing, hopefully, let me restart everything and see whether this meeting is actually getting saved. Meeting history is actually getting saved. Great. Let me create a new meeting. Why is this happening? Whoa. Probably because of this thing. Let me see. Reload the page. What's the reason behind this? When the WebSocket connection gets established, so what happened? That either connecting to WebSocket connection closed, WebSocket connection established, send it to us, chat fetched, WebSocket connection closed. Okay, it is being re-rendered 2 times, and because of that thing I'm facing this issue. So whenever I'm clicking on this, what is actually happening? That first of all, connecting to WebSocket connection does get established, and then it gets disconnected. So either connecting to WebSocket first of all in the first stage, then WebSocket connection got closed, that is fine. WebSocket connection established successfully, so it sends the message the second time. Sent us to connect. Chats fetched successfully. That's okay, fine. Ignore this. WebSocket connection closed. So ultimately, when this happened, this particular thing, at the time I got redirected. So when the WebSocket connection got connected again, at the time I got redirected to the home page, and because of that thing, this is happening. Okay, so the problem is in the logic that I wrote right now. So inside signaling.ts, what am I doing? Lib signaling.ts. Whenever I'm saving the chats and then I'm ending it. Let me redirect directly, like redirect the user, then save the chat history. Well, that's not gonna be working in that case. So this is mainly the problem. The problem is this, that whenever the WebSocket connection gets closed for the first time, it saves the data, and when it saves the data, and after saving the data, it redirects, and by the time it redirects, so socket connection gets connected by that time, socket connection gets established and then it redirects, so it gets connected again, and then I'm back to the home page. So what is the next thing that we have to do? Save meeting history. This is done, and what is the next thing? I have just simply saved the meeting history, and this is where everybody got informed about the disconnection and all, right? So let me have an event here. Is meeting closed? This is the main problem. If I don't save it, then it should be working. That's it. If I don't save the meeting history, in that case, let me click on this. It still doesn't work. What can I do regarding this? Am I facing the network issue again? Well, it watches for a while. Alrighty. So saving is okay. But this redirecting the user is the issue, and it's better to just simply inform the user. That would be better, because this socket connection gets closed again and again and again, and that would not be the best thing, and it will be keep getting triggered. So whenever the user clicks on the end meeting, a proper event should be sent for ending the meeting or redirecting the things and all. Not this one. This is okay. I'm just simply whenever, even this particular thing on close, I will even think about it whether I have to do it here or not. Let it be here. What I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna be sending the event. Why am I sending the event? Because if the socket connection gets disconnected, this particular event will be triggered for sure. That doesn't mean that the meeting should be ended and all. If it is not working for the host, it should be working for others at least. Alrighty, so in that case, what I'm gonna be doing here, whenever you click on that, a particular event should be triggered. So coming back to the WebSocket server, server.ts, let me save it to the workspace first of all. Now fine, this handle meeting, end meeting, and in here what am I doing? I'm gonna be sending the event, proper event for ending the meeting to all the people. So this particular event, am I gonna be closing it? Yes, I'm gonna be closing it, but after sending the event. So whenever it gets closed, the meeting info will be saved on everybody's side, and just after a while the user will also be redirected, and probably at the same time. It doesn't really matter. So this is the thing that's gonna be happening. So first of all, user will be, so why do I need to close this? Because once the user is informed, the user will be redirecting to the home page, and once the user redirects to the home page, the socket connection will automatically be closed. So we don't even need to do this. That's fine. We are just simply gonna be removing it, and this is the end meeting event. So let me go to the front end, and the payload is still null. We have to just simply inform the people. So handlers, helper, normal server process, and what is that? This should actually be like this: signaling message, handle normal server process. And what is gonna be the case over here? Case is gonna be types dot end meeting, handle end meeting. Over here I will have this function will be responsible for ending the meeting, and I'm gonna be passing the data dot payload. Well, that's actually gonna be nothing, but okay, let it be here. Gonna be back here, export function handle end meeting. I will be getting the payload, and that's actually gonna be null, and the payload that I'm getting, that will have that will be null, yeah. And apart from this particular thing, what is the next thing? The next thing is that over here we have to first of all save the, we have to redirect the user. So redirect I already have this redirect over here, dashboard. Let me go to the top. Redirect from next navigation, great. Coming back to this one, so I'm redirecting the user. Apart from this particular thing, I have to save the meeting info, like the duration and all for that particular user. And that thing I was doing inside signaling.ts. Whenever the meeting ended on close, I was doing it sort of here. So in that case, if I do it here, will it be problem? Whenever the meeting ends, whenever the user redirects, at that time the meeting the connection closes, and when the connection closes, this gets triggered. Does it really get triggered? Let's see whether it works or not. So join the meeting right now, and once join the meeting, let me end the meeting. So WebSocket connection closed, and I'm not redirected. Fine. Am I not getting? Well, I haven't restarted the server for sure. It will definitely happen like that. Let me restart that. Reload the page. No. Fine, here we are. This became the host. Great. Let me click on this. End the meeting. Handle meeting is not defined. Okay, fine. Sorry. Let me import this here. Done. Let me click on end. When I'm clicking on end, nothing is happening. Why? Okay, let's see. Probably I'm not doing anything. I'm definitely doing something or the other. The question is that am I getting this event here or not on the front end side? So process handler, whenever I got this here, handle meeting, end meeting, I'm gonna be logging the value event handle end meeting, and let's see whether this event is actually getting triggered or not. Reload the page. Let me, well, this is normal participant. Fine, this time. End the meeting. And event handle meeting participant. Yeah, it is getting triggered. And how about the data? That's quite a lot of data that I have again. Let me delete the data and see it in action now. So join the meeting. Once I join the meeting, the data must have been saved here. The data is getting saved twice. Why? Because the page is getting re-rendered twice or something because of that. Or there are two users here. Mainly in this particular case there's only one. So let me end the meeting first of all. Hopefully refresh it. There's nothing right now. If I reload the page and try to join the meeting, so join the meeting. I have joined the meeting, and once I have joined the meeting, if I check this, yeah, we are getting it twice, and it is even ending just at the same time. So the meeting is ending directly, and the another thing is that a user joins again, and then the value is null. If I end the meeting right now, the meeting is ended. Coming back to this one, so only this has been overridden. Alrighty, so it's like at 26 it was created, at 50 it was deleted, but nothing happened with this one. And the reason it is getting saved twice in the database, so whenever the user joins, because of the huge effect actually runs twice, and because of that thing this is actually happening. So I have to avoid saving it again. Alrighty, so it's like, yeah, it can be managed actually from the database side only. So page.tsx, whenever the user joins over here, username and all, this is the main page, main meeting page. VIP meeting is just the name. Okay, we will be setting that. Set current participant, save meeting history. For saving the meeting history, we are calling this particular save meeting history thing here, like function here. This is mainly responsible for saving the meeting history. So it just simply gets the collection. Once it gets the collection, it just simply inserts. What I have to do that first of all I will check whether it actually exists or not. So this meeting payload contains what? This contains user ID. So user ID and meeting, don't I have the meeting ID here? No, I don't. Should I have the meeting ID here? I have the meeting title, I have start time, this. I don't have the meeting ID. I should have meeting ID here as well. So meeting ID is definitely getting, wow, insane. Meeting ID is getting saved over here. Meeting payload. What all am I sending from there? I am sending the meeting ID, and this meeting payload actually comes here, and there needs to be meeting ID as well. I haven't just simply mentioned it here, but there is definitely the meeting ID as well. So meeting ID is there. Once it has the meeting ID, so I'm gonna be checking one thing, because the user, there should be only one entry for that particular meeting, not more than that, right? So what I'm gonna be doing here, const meeting is gonna be await meetings dot find one. I'm gonna be finding one because there should be at least one meeting. Yeah, find one will return with the first one, it doesn't matter. So find one, and what is the query over here? The meeting ID should equals to the meeting ID, just like this. Oh, the did you mean meeting? I don't have the meeting ID here, so const meeting ID, that's gonna be coming from meeting payload. Should it be fine? Yeah. So once I have this, so I will be, if I don't have the, if I already have the meeting, in that case what I have to do, I have to return. If I already have that, I don't have to save it again. If I don't have that, so I'm gonna be just simply inserting the value, as simple as that. CLG meeting is already saved in DB, or meeting info is already saved in DB, just like this. So meeting insert one, this is done, successfully started, saved. Let's see, run it again, and once it starts running, let me see it in action. Let me delete everything first of all. How many things we have here? 2 documents. Let me delete them, come back to this, let me create a new meeting. New meeting is created. Let me come back here, refresh the page. I have only one entry, even I have this ending entry, and that is okay. This is mainly happening that because the socket connection first of all gets connected, then disconnected, and then gets connected again. So WebSocket connection, there was some kind of error, and it is happening because of what? Signaling.ts event on error. So there is some kind of error here initially. Why is that so? So initially localhost user ID, source, this temp error, any message for this? when the WebSocket connection gets connected for the first time. So probably at that time there's no user ID and all, but here I'm getting all the values. Alrighty, let's see what's missing from here. So I have the user ID by default, I have the meeting ID by default, I have the token by default. So I do have the token, I do have the meeting ID, I do have the user ID. Okay. On close, either target this. What is the problem? WebSocket connection user ID this failed. WebSocket is closed. Just a minute. WebSocket is closed before the connection is established. WebSocket is closed before the connection is established. Usually what happens, page re-renders 2 times. So when the page is re-rendered for the first time, WebSocket connection got established. So and then suddenly the page is re-rendered again, and because of that thing it is just simply saying that it closed. So what I think, in production it should be resolved automatically, but let's see what's gonna be happening. But as for right now it is working well. So now if I check the timing, so like it happened quite really quick, 40 exactly at the same time. And what is the next thing that I have to do? If I end the meeting, if I reload the meeting, nothing should happen. I should be back. Come on, I'm back in the meeting. And this is also one of the issues that I'm facing, that reloading directly does not work. Crazy bugs, but okay. So if I check this thing out now, yeah, I still have only one entry. And if I end the meeting, if I leave the meeting, the entry should be saved. If I end the meeting, the entry should be saved as well. So ended the meeting, and the entry has been changed. So at 40 the time is definitely different. Now we have to just simply calculate exactly what is the difference in the timing, and that is it. On the basis of that thing, we have to just simply show that. Okay, so this is done, and let me check it one more time. The user joins again, the new meeting, the entry is here, the end is just because of the development mode. And let me make sure that user leaves the meeting, and come on, where is that? Here it is. The timing should change. So 16:17, let me refresh it. Yeah, 16:30. So the timing is definitely changing. So that's what we wanted. The next thing is that oh, come on. So the next thing is that this chat related thing is getting done. We have to even render it. So over here, recent meetings, I have to just simply render this thing. So whenever the page reloads, the meeting should be re-rendered. So how am I gonna be doing it? Pretty simple. It's gonna be the most basic thing ever. So on which page? On this dashboard page. So let me go to the dashboard page. Dashboard, main dashboard, page.t6. We have join meeting, recent meetings. So let me go to the recent meetings. Here I just have the demo, nothing else. What I have to do, that I have to make a call to the database. For making a call to the database, I'm gonna be using server actions. So it's gonna be pretty simple actually. So inside the dashboard, I'm actually gonna be creating action.ts over here. This is gonna be server action. Use a server action can directly talk to the database in Next.js. So export const get recent meetings, just like this. I'm gonna be passing no payload over here, and once this thing is done, what is the next thing? First of all, I have to connect it to the database. So ultimately I have to get the collection. So const meetings, because of course I have to find the meetings. So meetings collection, get recent meeting collection. I think this is the name, meeting collection. Yeah, from DB it comes. Let me see what happens here inside this meeting collection. First of all, this is a sync. Then I connect to the database, I create a meeting, I get the meeting connection, db.collection. Yeah, that's right. Coming back to this one, I need to await it here. Once it is awaited, I have the meetings collection. Now let me do one thing. Cut, try catch, save it here. And once I have it here, const I already have the collection over here, right? A response is gonna be equals to meetings dot find how many. I have to find all the meetings. What is gonna be the query over here? I have to find all the meetings for this particular user. So ultimately user ID should be here. And now how about the user ID? So I need to pass the user ID here. So user ID is gonna be string, and here user ID is gonna be equals to user ID. In the database, I already have the user ID here. On the basis of the user ID, I will be finding the meetings that belong to that user only. So this is actually gonna be an array, and once I have the response, so first of all I'm gonna be logging this response over here. This thing is done, and let's see what exactly I'm gonna be getting. So this was the user. Reload the page. Am I gonna be getting something? The data is already in the database, so sort of I should be getting the result. Probably I need to restart it. Which is this user? Which one is this? Let me check inside this one. Somewhere I should be getting the data. Reload it. This is definitely not that user. Let me check the ID of the user. For doing that, can I check this? Okay, no store found, so that's obvious. Coming back to this, what is the name here? The ID is 6913. Let me go to the user. 6913 Pipan Singh Patel. This is the user, right? So profile Pipan Singh Patel, he is the right user. So ultimately I should be getting the result here. Why am I not getting the result here? Okay, oh, this is a server action. I should be getting the result here inside web, probably somewhere here, but it should be visible both the places. I'm not calling that, sorry, though I have created this, but I'm not calling it anywhere. So get recent meetings and page.tsx inside recent meetings. By the way, this action should be inside the components only. Yeah, because that belongs to the recent meetings. And once I have it here, const now when I should use the use effect over here. Whenever the page reloads for the first time, I'm gonna be just simply calling it. That is it. This is how it's just simply gonna be going on. And get recent meetings, I'm just simply gonna be calling it here. This particular thing is gonna be called. What is the problem? Argument is required. It needs the user ID. I have to pass the user ID as well. So in this particular section, the page is already use the client, so the child becomes the client directly. Const on the client side, if I want to get the user information using better auth, there is something called use session. I'm exporting. What does this return, by the way? Use session returns the data. The data has the user information. It returns the session as well. So const, let me see what am I gonna be getting here inside this. I'm gonna be getting the data. Error is pending the fetch. Let me have the data here. Once I have the data, by the way, use session, do I need to await it? Not really. This is just normal hook doesn't need to be awaited. Const from the data, I should be getting the user information, and I should be getting the session. User, what is the problem here? User is declared but its value is never read. It does not exist on type this. So that simply means this this does have this type. So user it has, session it has. Okay, and even profile URL it has. Why am I facing this? What was I doing earlier for getting this user? So inside profile I must have got the user. Not inside profile, inside the components. Profile header somewhere here. So data as session, so I get the data, I get the session, from the session I get the user. So this is how it just simply goes. Pretty interesting. Let me just simply copy it in that case. So over here I'm gonna be doing it somewhat like this, and once I got the user information, I'm just simply gonna be passing user ID. Now what does this user contain? It contains just the ID, so user.id. Just like this. Any problem? The problem is that this user is possibly null. In that case, if I don't have the user, I'm gonna be just simply returning from here. If I'm actually returning from here, then this page will not be re-rendered, then that's gonna be problematic. But the user should definitely be there. That is fine actually, so it should be okay. Let me reload the page. Alrighty, React detected a change in the order of called. This will be bugs and re-rendered more than hooks. Yeah, that's right. It is rendering more hooks than expected than earlier. So let me do one thing. Let me remove it from here, and I'm gonna just simply say one thing. If I have the user, only then I'm gonna be doing this. Otherwise, not. Fine. And the thing is that I'm not gonna getting any result here. So if I have the user, then I'm calling this. CLG, fetching the meeting history. Is this even getting called? Turns out not. CLG use effect. Is the use effect running? Use effect is running. By the time when this particular use effect runs, so the user is not there. So ultimately it is gonna be dependent on the user. So if the user info changes, whenever it's gonna be re-rendered. So now let's try to get it. Fetching the meeting history. Okay, fetch the meeting history, but the value did not get logged. Probably this is where the value is getting logged. What am I getting? Okay, I have to convert it to the array format. Going here, the result that I'm getting, that should be in the array format. Done. Let me reload the page one more time, and once the page is actually reloaded, WebSocket server, not really this, in here only. So many things. Let me go till the end. अरे भाई किधर आ गया मैं? So many things are here. Where is my main result? I can't even control the stop interacting. And DUD page logs. Jump to the bottom. B. Here we are. Bottom. Pending promise. Do I need to await this? How many mistakes am I gonna be making? Done. Right now it should be fine. Let me reload the page one more time. And here is the result that I'm getting from the database. Alrighty, I'm getting the result. What is the next thing? Once I'm getting the result, there is nothing but the array, right? That is actually an array, so I have to just simply return it from here. Great. So this response is gonna be the meeting history. So meetings history, that's gonna be this one, and return success, that's gonna be true. Message successfully meeting history fetched successfully, just like this, and meeting history is gonna be equals to meetings history, just like this. Alrighty, if there's any error, in that case let me copy it, let me paste it here, and error fetching the meetings history, it is actually gonna be empty, there are no histories at all. And get meeting history, what is the problem? Infer types of get meeting history cannot be named without a reference document. Let me do one thing. The meeting history that I'm actually getting, I'll actually have to make sure that it doesn't carry more things. I think this is the problem, but let me see. JSON.stringify, JSON.parse, and JSON.stringify, and meeting history. That's it. Oh yeah, that was the problem. So ultimately this meeting history that I got, it contained a lot of extra metadata and all, and that was not possible, and because of that thing I had to first of all stringify it, and then I had to parse it, so only meeting history stays there. And in this particular case the meeting history is actually null, so I can make it like this as well, or just simply make it empty array so that I don't get the type issues. Okay, this thing is done. Recent meeting history, I'm gonna be getting it here as const meetings history, that's gonna be like this. So I'm gonna be getting the meetings history over here. Once I get that, so I actually need to maintain an array state actually. So const recent meetings set recent meetings, that's gonna be equals to use state, sort of like this. That's actually gonna be an array, so I can even pass an empty array here, just like this. Once this is done, let me get it done really quick because I'm supposed to be going somewhere as well. I'm not sure whether I would be going. Probably I would need 20 minutes or something after this, and then I'll be continuing. By the way, having said that, the duration of the meeting is definitely duration of working on this particular project is gonna be 3 hours anyhow. Then we will switch to something else. Meetings history, get a recent meeting. Once I got that, set recent meetings, and that's gonna be equals to meeting history. That's right, meetings history. Is this gonna be like this? Not really, because I may have the previous meetings as well. I may have the current data. So current meetings, once I have the current meetings, in that case I have to return this, right? Now as I have the current meetings, so I'm gonna be structuring all of them, and it could be that from the backend I am gonna be getting the meetings, all of them. That's fine, the meeting history is gonna be replaced. So meeting history, meetings history. What is the problem here? This is a promise. Await, if I await this, that's gonna be problematic again. So let me do one thing, let me use dot then meetings history like this, dot catch error, and CLE CER, and error. If I have the error, then error dot message, just like this, and cut this thing from here and paste it here. How about this? What is now? Success boolean, this is not assignable to parameter type of never. It is just simply saying that it does not have any type. So recent meetings, let me create this type here really quick. Interface recent meetings. Okay, what type it will have? Success, that's gonna be boolean, and message, that's gonna be string, just like this, and meetings history, that's gonna be any type array. I'm gonna be making it any for now. This is actually gonna be what? Well, let that be here. This is gonna be array here. The type is actually gonna be an array. Now success boolean, message string, message history type any is not assignable to type of recent. It's driving me crazy. Okay. Can I say it as any? So this is gonna be solved for now, and later we'll see. But I should not be getting this error anyway. I can resolve it like this. So recent meeting history, it has the success boolean message. When it comes to message history, it will actually contain many things, so I'm keeping it any for now. Probably is there any message type that I have created? No, I haven't, so let me keep it any, and it is just simply saying that this parameter any is not assignable to this recent meeting history. So in that case, instead of making it array, let's simply keep it any. Now meetings history that I get, that has only this type. Why? Meetings history user ID. What am I returning from there, bro? Action. I'm returning meetings history. Meeting history, that is actually an array, right? Yes, that is an array. So if I'm actually returning an array from here, so I should be getting an array there. So even I have to check what I get here. CLG meetings history. Let's check this thing on the front end side. Oh yeah, sorry, I'm crazy person. Response dot meeting history. Now this is fine, no problem as such. Once we have this, so we are gonna be looping through this or this, probably this. Let's see how it looks like. Oh, well, it doesn't look great. In that case, let me copy this and paste it here. Okay, that doesn't look great either. So this thing is failed. Probably this one I need to repeat. So this is how it's gonna be looking like, and that's what I want. So in that case, I have to loop through this whole thing, and when looping through this whole thing, so let me cut this, and recent meetings dot map meeting, I'm gonna be getting and I'm gonna be pasting it over here. Done. And once I got a meeting here, the meetings, then meeting, I will have the meeting title over here. Meeting dot title var. What is the type of this? Recent meetings. This is the problem. The meetings that I'm actually gonna be getting, that will only contain the meeting history. So let me get rid of this. I will not even have this type over here. That's just gonna be normal meeting. That's it, nothing else. Meeting dot. That's gonna be title first of all. Now the problem is that title does not exist on type never. So when it comes to this meeting info, do I have meeting type over here? No. Do I have meeting payload here? Leave meeting payload. I have the meeting. Let me create the type. What do I get from here? These are the things I get, right? So quickly let me do one thing. Interface recent meetings, or the interface for this, that's actually gonna be an array. So recent meeting, let me paste it here. ID is gonna be nothing but date, and profile is gonna be nothing but URL, and it's, what is the problem? This is where should be this. It is gonna be nothing but a string, and I need to remove it from here, and sort of done. By the way, this is what belongs to the meeting history. No way, I copied the wrong thing. This belongs to the meeting history. Congratulations. I had so many mistakes. Remove, 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 remove. Coming back to this one. All these things are gonna be strings. Coming back to these two. There are gonna be nothing but dates. And this is how it gets done. And the type is gonna be recent meetings array. Is there any problem right now? The title, what is the name of the title? The meeting title. Meeting title. Any problem? No problem as such. The duration for it I need to calculate, but overall the things should be fine. Let me see. I'm getting two of them. Name was VIP meeting. Now I have to just simply work on a little bit more, and overall it should be done. By the way, let me join one more meeting. Here I'm in the meeting, and let me close this. So let me end the meeting as well. Here now I have 3 meetings. So that's what I actually wanted. How long has it been anyway? It's been 1 hour 28 minutes. The goal was to be live for 3 hours. That simply means 1.5 hour is still remaining. So after coming back, I will be live for 1.5 hour around, and we will work on the authentication part. I just wanted to implement everything that Betterauth provides us. So let's see exactly what all I'm gonna be doing. I'm gonna be back probably in 5 minutes or something, or 10, or it could max to max take 20 minutes. So let's see how it's gonna be going on. Until then, take care, and I'm gonna be catching up soon. Bye bye.